Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Channel 2 News Bulletin. I'm Abir Mitwalli. We start off with the headlines followed by the news in detail. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi meets with Arab Organization of Industrialization chairperson. Foreign Minister Badr Abdel Ati launches a West African tour with a visit to Nigeria. And UNRWA says some Gaza staff starving as malnutrition soars amid Israeli aggression. Welcome back. The news in detail. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi confirmed that the Arab Organization for Industrialization on the AOI should continue its efforts to increase its production, decrease its prices, enhance local manufacture, and boost national use of advanced technology. This came during the President's meeting with General Mukhtar Abdel Latif, the AOI chairman. The President followed up on the implementation of the most prominent activities and projects carried out by the companies affiliated to the AOI in both civil and defense industries. The meeting also reviewed the development of the civil industrial products of the AOI, notably in transportation, electronics, communication, and electrical clean energy. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli sent a greeting cable to President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, marking the 73rd anniversary of July 23rd revolution. Also, the speakers of the two houses of parliament, Councillor Hanafi Gibeli and Abdel Wahab Abdel Razik, Defense Minister General Abdel Megid Saqr, and Interior Minister Mahmoud Tawfiq, offered similar greetings to the President, praying for Egypt's success and prosperity. The officials stressed that this historical anniversary and its achievements will always be in the minds of Egyptians. Armed Forces Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Ahmed Khalifa on Monday stressed a deep interest by the General Command of the Armed Forces in promoting joint coordination in various military fields with the United States. This came as General Ahmed Khalifa met with visiting Chief of U.S. Central Command General Michael Kurilla, who is leading a delegation into an official visit to Egypt. The meeting also tackled issues of mutual concern in light of the unraveling regional and international developments. Chief of the U.S. Central Command hailed Egypt's role by ensuring regional stability and security. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Migration Badr Abdel Ati stressed that deep Egyptian-Nigerian bilateral relations bind the two countries, given Nigeria's important continental role. Abdel Ati made the remarks as he met with his Nigerian counterpart after arriving in the Nigerian capital Abuja on Monday at the start of a tour that includes 5 West African countries. The tour, which will also take him to Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, and Senegal, comes as part of efforts to boost bilateral relations with fellow African states and to intensify consultations over regional security and the fight against terrorism. The top diplomat is accompanied by executive and representatives of leading Egyptian companies in different fields, with the aim of strengthening economic cooperation, trade, and investment with African countries. Before embarking on the tour with West African Minister of Foreign Affairs and Migration, Badr Abdel Ati made a stop in N'Djamena, where he met with his Chadian counterpart on Monday. The top diplomat stressed the full support of Egyptian government lends to development projects in Chad, notably in fields of infrastructure, energy, education, health, agriculture, and building capabilities. The meeting tackled regional issues of mutual concern, notably in the Sahel and Horn of Africa regions. Campaigning for the upcoming Senate elections continued on Monday ahead of an election silence that is scheduled to begin on Thursday, 31st of July. The National Elections Authority had on Saturday announced the final list of candidates both for individual seats and the list-based system. The Senate elections will kick off on August the 1st and the 2nd for Egyptians abroad and the 4th and 5th of the same month inside the country. And the United Nations Agency for Palestinian Refugees said has repeatedly bombed Lebanon in breach of the ceasefire and has warned it will continue to strike until the group has been disarmed. Tom Barak took a critical tone forward Israel's recent intervention in Syria, calling it poorly timed and saying that it complicated efforts to stabilize the region. And Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz said in a statement that Israeli forces struck Yemen's Hodeidah port today in the latest attack targeting Houthis. A security official from the Houthis group reported a dock destroyed. Israel has carried out several air raids on Houthis-held areas of Yemen since it began its aggression in Gaza in October 2023. Tehran on Monday blamed the European powers for the failure of the 2015 nuclear deal, accusing them of breaking their commitments ahead of renewed talks with Britain, France, and Germany in Istanbul on Friday. The 2015 deal reached between Iran and the United Nations Security Council's permanent members, Britain, China, France, Russia, and the United States, plus Germany, imposed curbs on Iran's nuclear program in exchange for sanctions relief. European countries have in recent days threatened to trigger the deal's snapback mechanism, which allows the reimposition of sanctions in the event of non-compliance of Iran. And Japanese Prime Minister Ishiba clung on Monday even after an election debate left his coalition without majority in the upper house. A painful new U.S. tariffs loom in Sunday's election. Ishiba Liberal Democratic Party, which has governed almost continuously since 1955, and its partner Komeito fell a projected 3 seats short of retaining a majority in the upper house. Welcome back. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli today chaired a follow-up meeting of the government's efforts to develop the sugar industry sector and enhance the local production amid the global challenges hitting supply chains. The meeting reviewed strategic access to boost sugary beetroot plantations, to decrease dependency on importation, and to upgrade sugar-based industries, ensuring the sustainable provision of sugar at markets nationwide. The meeting also touched on the planned infrastructure reforms at sugar factories in line with environment standards. Egypt's bourse closed in fluctuation today amid purchases by local corporations and investors against sell-offs by Arab and foreign corporations and investors. The market capital of listed companies added 2 billion Egyptian pounds, exceeding 2.4 trillion pounds amid an average transactions of 49 billion. The benchmark index EGX 30 rose 0.2% above the 34,129 point mark. The equal weighted indices, the EGX 70 and EGX 100, both fell 0.4%. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of our news bulletin. I'm Abir Mitwalli. Thanks for watching, and please stay tuned.